Hello everybody, on today's tutorial on Ruby structures I'll be teaching you how to model a ramp on ProtaStructure. How you can model a ramp on ProtaStructure. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do well to also support me by liking the video, and do well to also drop comments as to what you've learned and also what you would want us to do more videos for you about. Right, so without wasting much of the time, let's get right into it. All right, so welcome. Let's get right into the design of the modeling of ramp. So the first thing we are going to be doing is we are going to go to our 3D view. So you're going to just have a pictorial representation of what you wanted to do. So we are going to go to our 3D view. This is the area where we want a ramp. We want a ramp to start from here and go up a gentle slope up until this position here. Right, so this is where we're going to be fixing our ramp. Okay, this is where we're going to be fixing our ramp. Right, so you can just rotate this to see our model. So this is our model. Okay, so the next thing now is you come back to our plan view and you need to note the story height. Okay, so I'm going to come to our story, right click on it, edit story. So for our story height, we're going to be having a story height of 4,375. Right, you can note that on my model, that's what I have. On your model, I don't know what you have, but you can use that, whatever you have on your model, so you'll be able to know how to do your plane definitions. Right, so my own is 4,375. Okay, so I can close that. All right, so we're going to be, after that, hope you're on story 1. You need to be sure you're on story 1. You can double click on this. Okay, come back to here. All right, so this is story 1. We have to be sure you're on story 1. So we are on story 1. On my own drawing, I'm on story 1. All right, so next is you click on your plane definitions. The drop down menu would come out. Okay, so you can hover around here. I don't want to be using, if you click on beam region for instance, you realize if you hover around it, like let's just say we click one here. Okay, you see it has added a plane definitions for just this, but I don't want that alone. I want my plane definition to be everywhere from here to here. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'm going to be using pick axis. All right, once you click on pick axis, you just come pick the first axis. Right, so you must make sure you pick a direction. Either you go clockwise or you go anti-clockwise. Right, so in my case, I'm going to be going anti-clockwise. So once I pick this, next I'm going to pick is the horizontal here. Once you pick, you notice it's showing here. If it doesn't show, once you click on it, it doesn't show. You have to just click it again and make sure it shows here. Right, so pick the second one, pick the third one. Okay, pick the fourth one, and you can pick the first one again. Once you do that, the plane definition has been added, so you're going to see that as plane 1. Okay, have you seen how it is? So what we're going to be doing is that if you notice here, you notice something called point 1, point 2, and point 3. Right, so I want to be picking where these points are. Right, so my point 1, you can just click on this down. My point 1, I want my point 1 to be here. Okay, pick point 2, I want my point 2 to be here. You pick point 3, you want your point 3, I want my point 3 to be here. Once you click update, you're going to see this is point 3. It's going to be written here, this point 3, this is point 1, and this is point 2. All right, that is it. All right, so the next thing you're going to be doing is, you know, it started from here and it gradually went up a gentle slope to this point. Right, so what I'm going to be doing is that this is the point I'm going to be calling my point 3, and this is the point 3. So in what direction, in that direction, what height do I want it to be? So I'll just double click here. Remember our story right, for my own was 4,375. For yours I don't know, but for mine it was 4,375. Clear that and fix it again. So once I do that, I can just update it. Okay, update it. So I can close this, and this is it. Now if you go to your 3D view, nothing would happen for now if you go to your 3D view. All right, so for effect changes to happen, you have to come back to your plan view. Make sure in story 1 you come to your structure tree. You have to open this story. You see the plane definition, you click on it, then you right click on it. Once you right click on it, you're going to see some menu. What you do is you want to click on move members to plane. Okay, move members to plane. So once you click on move members to plane, it's going to ask you plane 1, all members contained or at the edge of this plane definitions will be adjusted to the plane. Do you want to continue? You want to click yes. Right, once you click that, you can come back to your 3D view. You look at it, and that has been done. Okay, that has been done. If you look at it, that has been done. So what really happened is that it picked everything and adjusted it to the plane definitions, but I don't want this wall to be affected. So what I can do is I just click on the wall, hold my control key so I can select multiple. Once I select them, I just right click on it. Then I'll come here and tell it to reset plane definition of members. So once I click reset plane definition of members, so it's now asking me one, telling me plane definitions of selected members will be reset. Do you want to continue? I said yes. Right. So once you do that, you realize that your walls, your retaining walls, are back to the same level. So in case you move them to plane definitions and it's picking a particular member and moving it and you don't want it, you want to just click on the member, right click on it, and you can take it back to the definition. So this is a simple way on how to create ramp on ProtaStructures. Once you're done with this, you can just come to your analysis, come here, just view the model, check. So let's just check if our model is correct. So it just starts. Right, so this is how you create ramps on ProtaStructure. Do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and drop comments as to more videos you would want us to do. Thank you.